Good morning, Class 5B. Today I'm going to start a new poem that is Louder Than a Clap of Thunder by Jack Prelutsky. Now, before we go to through the poem, we have to know, who was Jack Prelutsky and his biography. Let's see. He was born on September 8, 1940 in Brooklyn, New York. He grew up in Brooks in working class neighborhood made of Jewish, Irish, and Italian families. He attended Hunter College in New York City. He hated poetry through most of his life. He did not like it, but he rediscovered poetry later in life. In 2006, Prelutsky was named the first children poet laureate by the Poetry Foundation. He lives in Washington state and spends most of his time presenting poems to children in schools and libraries throughout the United States. Now you look at the image of Jack Prelutsky here now at this age. The biography. So you see he was named the nation's first children's poet laureate by the Poetry Foundation. He's the author of more than 40 books of verse and editor of several poetry anthologies. He has charmed children and adults with his witty musical poems for nearly 4 decades. And his poetry is memorized and recited by children across the country, like here, who love his invented wordplay and unpredictable rhymes. And you can see the names of his best-selling classics. That's A Pizza in the Size of a Sun, The New Kid on the Block. His latest books are in Aunt Giraffe's Green Garden and The Wizard, both published in 2007 by Greenwillow HarperCollins, and he lives in Seattle, Washington. Now in this poem, Louder Than a Clap of Thunder, what is the poet Jack Prelutsky trying to say? The basic thing that the poet wants the readers, children like you all to know, is he wants to tell us is the various sounds that is produced by different entities, different things, in your environment. Now, this poem is for children like you all who would love to understand different sounds in the environment, and there can be thunder, clap of a thunder, and you can see the eagle screams, dragon blunders, dozen football teams, rushing waterfalls, etc. There are many more sounds here he has mentioned, and all these sounds seems to be less than child's father's snoring. So basically you can see the child is comparing his father's snoring with all these sounds. Now all these sounds are known as a hyperbole. They are known as hyperbole, Hyperbole. That means it is exaggerated statements. Literally it does not have any meaning, but exaggerated statements. That's called a hyperbole. Children? So now let's go through the poem and let's see what the poet wants to tell us through this poem. Louder than a clap of thunder. Louder than a clap of thunder, louder than an eagle screams, louder than a dragon blunders, or a dozen football teams, louder than a four-alarmer or a rushing waterfall, louder than a knight in armor jumping from a 10-foot wall, louder than an earthquake rumbles, louder than a tidal wave, louder than an augur grumbles. You can see the spelling, children, here, O-G-R-A, but you pronounce it as augur, Augur grumbles as he stumbles through his cave, louder than stampeding cattle, louder than a cannon roars, louder than a giant's rattle. That's how loud my father snores. So you can see, and all these sounds I've already told you, children, this is known as your hyperbole. Hyperbole. These are exaggerated sounds. It does not have literal meaning. Now, so just look at the words here. A clap of thunder, the sound that is made, by the thunder, So that's a clap of thunder. Louder than an eagle, it screams. Then you have your dragon blunders moving in a clumsy manner, or a dozen football teams, that noise that comes from, and louder than a four-alarmer alarms at a fire station, or a rushing waterfall, louder than a knight in armor. So you can see the meanings all over here. Blunders, moves in a clumsy manner. Four-alarmer, alarms at fire station. The bigger the fire, the more the sound it comes. Armor, it's a metal covering that people wore long ago while fighting. Tidal waves, you can see a large sea wave that is formed. And augur, that's a giant creature that is found in fairy tales. Stumbles, means it hits one's foot against something and almost falls. stampeding. Over here it means a big group of animals running in fear. So as I said, a sudden panicked rush, that's called a stampeding. Okay, but here it says stampeding cattle. So here you have is the cattle's running, sheep, okay, cow, all those running horses. Then cannon is a large gun that is placed on wheels that shoots big bullets, okay, that are shaped like balls, and rattle is the noise of things hitting against each other. So children, I want you all to just read through the poem, okay, with expression. Open your mouths while reading, and then you'll write the poem in your copy, okay. And this assignment for today, it carries 2.5 mark, children, okay. So please read it. Thank you.